Question 28. Solve the equation negative 3 over x equals 4 over 2x plus 2. You will notice immediately that you can reduce this 4 with this 2. So this is going to become negative 3 over x equals 2 over x plus 2. We're going to multiply with the least common denominator, which is x in our case. So we're going to multiply x, and that is going to make these cancel and these cancel. So we have negative 3 equals to 2 plus 2x. Now this is an equation. We're going to subtract 2 from both sides of the linear equation. We will have 2x equals negative 5. So x is equal to negative 5 over 2. The step that I skipped here is dividing both sides by 2. So that is the answer. Number 29. We're going to multiply with the least common denominator. And before doing that, notice how I can factor out the 3 from the denominator of this term. So 5 over x plus 1 minus 1/2 equals 8 over 3 times x plus 1. The reason why we need to factor is it will make finding the least common denominator easier. As you can see here, I can pick this as one of the factors, the 2 and the 3. So the least common denominator is going to be 6 times x plus 1. So I'll multiply 6 times x plus 1 times 5 over x plus 1 minus 6x plus 1 times 1/2 equals 8 over 3 times x plus 1 times the least common denominator, which is 6 times x plus 1. Notice how these will cancel together, and these are going to cancel together. Also, we can reduce the 6 with the 3. Divided by 3 is 1. Divided by 3 is 2. Here we can reduce the 2 with the 6. So now we multiply. 6 times 5 is 30 minus 3 times x plus 1 equals 16. We need to distribute the 3 inside. So we have 30 minus 3x minus 3 equals 16. Now we're going to add the 3 and subtract 30. So minus 30 plus 3 on that side as well. These will cancel, these will cancel. We will end up with negative 3x is equal to 16 minus 30 plus 3, negative 11. Now we divide both sides by negative 3. We will end up with x is equal to 11 over 3. That should be our answer. Number 30. Again, we notice that we can factor the 5 out. So we have 6 over x plus 6 minus 3 over 7 equals 4 over 5x plus 6. The least common denominator, we can have the 5 and the 7 and the x plus 6. So that is 35 times x plus 6. That is our least common denominator. So we're going to multiply the least common denominator. 35 times x plus 6 times 6 divided by x plus 6 minus 35 times x plus 6 times 3 over 7 equals 4 over 5 x plus 6 times the least common denominator, 35x plus 6. Remember, when we multiply, we only multiply the numerator. We do not multiply the denominator. So now I see these will cancel. I can reduce 5 with 35, gives me 7. And I can reduce 7 with 35 gives me 5, and these will cancel together. And now we're going to multiply. 35 times 6 is 210, minus 5 times 3 times x plus 6, that is 15 times x plus 6 equals 4 times 7 is 28. Now we need to distribute the negative 15 inside. Remember to distribute the sign as well. So you have 210 minus 15x minus 80 equals 28. It's 90. So now we can combine 210 with negative 90. We get 120. So this is going to become negative 15x plus 120 equals 28. We subtract 120 from both sides of the equation. So we get negative 15x equals negative 92. Divide both sides by 15, negative 15. And that is when we're going to get x is equal to, we can leave it like that. We just remove the negatives, or we can say this is approximately 6.13. Question number 31. So as you notice here, this needs to be factored. So that is the first step. 9m over m minus 9 minus 3 times m plus 3 minus 9 over m minus 3 equals 1 over m plus 3. The least common denominator is m minus 3 times m plus 3, because these are the two factors and the third one has both of them. So now we're going to multiply m minus 3 times m plus 3 times 9m divided by m minus 3 times m plus 3 minus 9 times 9 over m minus 3 times m minus 3 times m plus 3, which is the least common denominator, equals 1 over m plus 3 times m minus 3 times m plus 3. Notice how we can cancel these together. We can cancel these two together, and we can cancel both of these with these. So we end up with 9m minus 9 times m plus 3 equals 1. Now we need to distribute the m inside, the 9 inside. So we have 9m minus 9m minus 27 equals 1. This side is actually 1 times m minus 3. So this is m minus 3. Okay. So in this case, we will have these cancel together, and we will have our equation as m minus 3 equals negative 27. Add 3 to both sides of the equation. You get m is equal to negative 24. Notice how number m is equal to negative 24 is going to work. It's not going to cause any trouble. It's not 3 or negative 3. That will make the denominator 0. So this is the actual solution. Similar is number 30. So we need to factor the denominator here. First, 4x over x minus 2 times x plus 2 minus 9 over x minus 2 equals 1 over x plus 2. The least common denominator is x minus 2 times x plus 2. So So I'm going to multiply the least common denominator. I will have 4x over x minus 2 times x plus 2 times x minus 2 times x plus 2, which is the least common denominator, minus 9 over x minus 2 times x minus 2 times x plus 2 equals 1 over x plus 2 times x minus 2 times x plus 2. Again, these are going to cancel together. These are going to cancel together, and all of these are going to cancel. We're going to end up with 4x minus 9 times x plus 2 equals x minus 2. So now we're going to distribute that inside. We're going to get 4x minus 9x minus 18 equals x minus 2. 4x minus 9x gives me negative 5x minus 18 equals x minus 2. I am going to subtract x from this side, so I will end up with negative 6x minus 18 equals negative 2. And then I'm going to add 18 to both sides of the equation. So I will have 6x, negative 6x is equal to positive 16. And then I will divide by negative 6 both sides of the equation. And then the answer is going to be x is equal to, if you reduce that, you get 8 over 3. You can put the negative at the top or at the bottom or in the middle. It doesn't really matter. So that is going to be the solution. Number 33. I need to factor the denominator here. So that is the first thing I'm going to do. X plus 1 over x minus 1 equals negative 2 over x plus 3 plus 8 over x minus 1. I need two numbers. The product is negative 3 and their sum is positive 2, which is negative 1 and 3. So x plus 3, x times x minus 1. Notice how this is going to be the least common denominator. So my least common denominator is x minus 1 times x plus 3. I will multiply the least common denominator, x plus 1 over x minus 1 times x minus 1 times x plus 3 plus 8 equals negative 2 over x plus 3 times x minus 1 times x plus 3 plus 8 over x minus 1 times x plus 3 times x minus 1 times x plus 3. Again, these are going to cancel. These two are going to cancel. And one of these is going to cancel with one of these. Now we have x plus 1 times x plus 3 equals negative 2 times x minus 1 plus 8. Let's say just plus 8. So I will FOIL the first two binomials. So that is going to give me x squared plus x plus 3x plus 3 equals, and then I'll distribute the negative 2. So equals negative 2x plus 2 plus 8. Right, this is going to be x squared plus 4x plus 3 equals negative 2x plus 2 plus 8. My goal is to make this side is equal to 0 because this is going to be quadratic. So I will subtract 2 and add 2x, subtract 2 and subtract 8 from both sides of the equation. Or I could say this is 10 minus 2 minus 8, doesn't really matter. So now I have x squared. 4x plus 2x is 6x. 3 minus 10 is negative 7 equals 0. We need two numbers. Their product is 7. Their addition is positive 6. These two numbers are 6, positive 6, and negative 1. Positive 7 and negative 1. So now x minus 1 equals 0. That will yield x is equal to 1. And that is going to cause trouble, so that we eliminate that one. Notice how it's going to make this denominator 0, so that's not a solution. So again, we just eliminate that one. And then the next solution is going to be x plus 7 equals 0, which will give us x is equal to negative 7, and that is going to be our solution.